We have done my top 10 favorite anti-heroes, my top 10 favorite villains. I now have 2 more top 10 lists until I'm done with Star Wars videos for now. And today I'm doing my top 10 favorite Star Wars heroes. And like I said in my first 2 videos, these are my personal picks. I know that I'm not gonna have the same list as a lot of people, but without further rambling, let's go ahead and get into the honorable mentions. First off, I'm gonna go ahead and give a shout out to Chirrut Imwe and Baze Malbus. I can't really do one without the other. They go together, they're a package deal. I really love both of them. Up next, Snap Wexley, played by Greg Grunberg in the sequel trilogy. I really love this character. I really wish he had not died in Rise of Skywalker, but it is what it is. Padme Amidala, I really love Natalie Portman's portrayal of this character. I thought that she had some really good lines and some great chemistry with Hayden Christensen and Ewan McGregor. Bail Organa, Jimmy Smits, is a very underrated actor, and I really love him as this character. And finally, my last honorable mention, I have to go with Finn. He would be in the top 10, but the last 2 movies in the sequel trilogy just did not really know how to use him, unfortunately, so he is only an honorable mention. Now with the honorable mentions out of the way, let's go ahead and jump into it. Starting off at number 10, and number 10 is going to be The Mandalorian, aka Din Djarin. I really love this character. I consider putting him on the anti-hero list because he's still a bounty hunter, but we've never seen him work for bad guys, aside from the first 2 episodes of the first season mainly. But he's definitely a hero in my eyes. I really love the way Pedro Pascal plays this character, and his care for Grogu throughout both seasons is absolutely heartwarming. I'm really excited for season 3 to see where they take this character, and I just really love this character. Number 9, some people may think that this character's a little low, but Chewbacca is obviously a terrific character. I absolutely love this character. I think he's a lot of fun. He's a real badass, and he's one of the only 2, technically 3 original trilogy characters who survive the entire sequel trilogy, the other one being Lando, and technically Wedge Antilles, but he's only in Rise of Skywalker for like 3 seconds, so whatever. I love Chewbacca. I love his chemistry with basically everyone he shares a scene with. He's just this short-tempered Wookiee. I just really find he's funny, and he's heartwarming when he needs to be, and he's just a great character. Number 8 is a character I'm really hoping gets a live-action debut sooner rather than later, and that's Captain Rex from the Clone Wars. And he was also in Rebels, but mainly Clone Wars. I just absolutely love this character. From the day I started watching Clone Wars, I probably attached to this character more than any other character, even the established characters. I just really love the way that he does things. He's got the dual-wield pistols, and I think that's absolutely badass. And from the time I started watching Clone Wars to the time it was finally canceled, I went in every week going, alright, Captain Rex better not die, because I love Captain Rex. Then he got canceled and we didn't get any closure, but then he showed up in Rebels. I'm like, oh, thank you, he didn't die. And once again, I really hope Tamora Morrison gets a chance to play him in live action sometime down the road. I don't know when. Hopefully, if not in the Obi-Wan series, maybe the Ahsoka series. And only time will tell. We'll have to wait and see. Number 7 is one of my personal favorite characters from the original trilogy, and that is Wedge Antilles. I absolutely love this character. He's a really cool pilot, and I really like the friendship he has with Luke Skywalker in the original trilogy. And I remember, like I said in my Rise of Skywalker review, wondering if Wedge Antilles would be in Rise of Skywalker, and then Dennis Lawson, I think the actor's name is, said he wasn't interested. Again, he wasn't being mean about it, he just wasn't interested. And then he showed up for that 2 seconds in Rise of Skywalker, and I was happy. And I really love this character. I kind of want to see him in something else, don't know what. I just want more Wedge because he's, once again, a great character. Number 6 is another package deal entry, and I considered BB-8, but for the sake of how iconic these characters are, I have to put C-3PO and R2-D2 on this list. They're absolutely terrific characters. I love the way Anthony Daniels plays C-3PO as this cowardly robot who also really does not take any crap from anyone. And R2-D2 is just this sassy little droid who's always telling C-3PO where he can shove it. I just really love the chemistry between these two. And even though I do personally think BB-8 is cuter, I just have to choose these characters over BB-8 simply because they're in just about every movie aside from Solo, and I just really love them. Number 5 is a character that I liked upon first watching the movie, and I've really come to love lately, and that's Cassie and Andor. I really love this character. Diego Luna plays this character absolutely terrific. I think it's Diego Luna. Or is that the guy who played the villain in Terminator 6? Either way, I really love the way he plays the character, and I'm really excited for his series to see more on his backstory. I wasn't super excited at first for this series, but I saw the trailer and I was really excited for it, and I loved Cassian before the series was announced, but I feel like this series could make me love him even more than I already do, but he's at number 5. Number 4, we have a sequel trilogy character, and that's Poe Dameron. Obviously, I love this character. I praised him in all 3 of my reviews for the sequel trilogy films. Oscar Isaac, once again, absolutely terrific actor. Nails it in everything, especially in Moon Knight. I really love that show. And I just really love the way he plays this character. He's an awesome pilot like Wedge Antilles, but he's also a cocky smartass like Han Solo. So he's a mix of those two characters, and it just works for me. And I really love his friendship with Finn, and I don't care what Disney says. They are a couple. Come at me. I don't care. But I really love Poe Dameron. I want to see him in something else. I've said that about a lot of characters on this list and past lists, but I just really want more Poe Dameron. I really love this character, and I'm excited for where the future takes him if we ever see him again. Number 3, we have Princess Leia. Carrie Fisher, rest in peace, is absolutely terrific as this character. I'm kind of glad that they had some archive footage to use for Rise of Skywalker to finish out her character arc, but it did feel a little rushed because they were restricted to just archive footage. But I still really liked how they handled her character in just about every movie. I kind of wish she was given more to do in the sequel trilogy, but by the time they got around to actually doing something with her, she had unfortunately passed, so they had to once again use archive footage. But I love this character. Carrie Fisher does a terrific job in every movie she plays her in. And also shout out to the girl who is playing her as a kid in the Obi-Wan series. She's absolutely knocking it out of the park. She really does feel like a young Carrie Fisher in that series. And I'm tired of the toxic Star Wars fan base that wants to bully her for some reason. We're not going to be doing this again. We did this to Jake Lloyd in 1999. Well, I didn't. I was a baby. But you get my point. We're not going to be bullying Star Wars actors anymore, all right? I thought we were grown up. but guess not. Really love Princess Leia, love the way Carrie Fisher plays her, and also the way that this girl is playing her in Kenobi. My number 2 and my number 1 were on another list earlier, and number 2 is Han Solo. I considered only putting him on one or the other list, but he just falls into both camps because he starts out as an anti-hero, but he becomes a full-on hero by the end of the original trilogy. And yeah, his character kind of resets in Force Awakens, but he still goes out a hero. So I have to put him on both the anti-hero list and this list because, once again, he does some very heroic things throughout the original trilogy and in The Force Awakens. I love how Harrison Ford plays this character. Alden Ehrenreich also did a great job as well, but obviously Harrison Ford is the GOAT, and I just really love this character. They gave him a beautiful send-off in Force Awakens, mainly because Harrison Ford just didn't want to come back anymore, but hey, respect to him. Really excited to see where he goes with Indiana Jones 5, but that's a different story for a different video. Either way, I love Han Solo. It was very emotional seeing him go the way he did, but I still loved it. And number 1 was also on the anti-hero list, and you probably already know who it is. It's my favorite Star Wars character of all time, and that's Lando Calrissian. And yes, he's far more of an anti-hero than he is a hero, but like Han Solo, he starts out as an anti-hero, but eventually grows into a hero in Return of the Jedi and Rise of Skywalker. Yes, in the Solo movie, he's definitely an anti-hero, and for most of Empire Strikes Back, definitely an anti-hero. But if you factor in Return of the Jedi and Rise of Skywalker, definitely also a hero as well as an anti-hero. Billy D. Williams plays this character absolutely terrifically. I've already said it multiple times, is my favorite Star Wars character of all time. Donald Glover played him terrifically in the Solo movie as well. I'm really excited for his Disney Plus show, and I was very happy to find out that Donald Glover was involved in the show. I really kind of hope we get at least a cameo from Billy D. Williams in there. But once again, absolutely love this character. He's such a smooth talker, and he can easily swindle his way out of everything, and that's why I love him so much. He's just a great character, and he's my number 1. So that was my top 10 favorite Star Wars heroes. Which one's your favorite of all the Star Wars heroes in all the galaxy? Let me know down in the comments your favorite. Notice there weren't any Jedi on this list. That's because I have another list specifically saved for Jedi, and that'll be out tomorrow. But as always, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you all next time.